In today's video, I'm going to take a look at suing your employer, suing an employer for breach of contract in the civil courts. I'll do that right after this break. One of the avenues open to an employee if the contract of employment has been breached is to go to the civil courts, the circuit court or the high court or wherever. There's a difficulty with this though, and that is that under common law the employer can terminate the employment contract without cause, provided it's done in accordance with its terms. In other words, the terms of the contract, provided they are complied with, the employer can terminate the contract for good reason, bad reason or no reason. That's the common law position. Most of the protection that an employee will endure or enjoy will be on foot of statutory protection. In other words, legislation that's on the statute books, such as the Unfair Dismissals Acts, the Organisation of Working Time Act, Protection of Employees Part-Time Work Act, and so on. So this would be most of the protection, or the easiest way for an employee to ensure that their rights are upheld. However, in an Unfair Dismissal Act claim, for example, you do require 12 months service. So it may well be that you only have 10 months service or 11 months service, or you need 6 months service. And theoretically you can actually go to the civil courts and sue them for breach of contract because you're not able to avail of the protection under Unfair Dismissals Acts because you don't have 12 months service. However, as I said, an employer can dismiss you or terminate the contract for good reason, bad reason or no reason. All you can really sue for is a breach of a term of the contract. Now that might arise, for example, if there was 1 month's notice provided for in your contract of employment and you only got 1 week. Well, in those circumstances then you can sue for a breach of that term. So we'll say in this example the notice period is 1 month, you're only given 1 week's notice. Well, then you can sue, but your damages will be limited to 3 weeks. That is the notice period that you were entitled to in accordance with the contract. My name is Gorry. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope it's just clarified the difference between protection at common law and in the civil courts versus statutory protection. Generally, availing of statutory protection is the easiest and less costly way of upholding your rights.